Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a little bit. I had a good vacation and I got a video even a little bit early for you guys and girls. I think this was a fantastic game playing against Zohori. This was part of a league that I was testing out, and I'm testing out a new build of Meren of Clan Neltoth. Boom. I've been trying to tweak her as much as I can to try to get her league ready. Been making a few edits. I feel like Phyrexian Arena is definitely one of the cards that I want to be including. I'll pull up the deck list after this. Let me see if I can get... No, I'll just pull up the deck list now. I don't have it typed up yet. I think I edited the combo list here. Let me get this manageable so you can see everything that's going on here. Alright, Woodland Cemetery is the last land there. So, this is the full deck list, as you see it. So 26 and 10, 36 lands, one of which is Dryad Arbor. Null Rod, I feel like it's pretty useful in the meta. It stops the early signets and talismans, and it basically is a godsend against some of the Breya decks, for sure. And really it stops two cards, but Chrome Mox and Mox Diamond as well, but two actual cards that matter, Skull Clamp and Birthing Pod. Once these have come down, they've generally done their job by ramping out an early Meren or some other tutor effect, or like a Hymn to Arc. So these I'm okay only getting one or two uses out of. Like if I get two uses, I basically got two Lotus Puddles for getting the Null Rod down. If I'm playing Null Rod, it means it's going to be more effective against them than it is against me, in any case. So only losing Birthing Pod and Skull Clamp when this comes down as like dead top deck, so to speak, is okay with me. Change Mephistopheles, I think right now is going to be an auto include in this build. It's really cheap on MTGO though, so no big worries there. And the reason is because it stops Brawl, it stops all of these draw effects that I believe even Flip Nissa says draw a card. Oh, put it into your hand. Alright, doesn't actually draw, so it doesn't stop Flip Nissa's ability. I have Innocent Blood in the 1-drop slot, just as a way to answer Brawl for a single mana, potentially, if you need to. Or answer the Emrakul that it will polymorph into. Alright, let me jump into the game without any too much ado. So I'm playing against Keranos, God of Storms. Alright, so this is a Wildfire deck. Keranos is almost always a Wildfire, Jorkle Hops style deck, using Keranos' ability to pressure my life total after a Wildfire effect, or keep my board clear. Lightning Bolts doesn't really matter. It is a 5-mana commander. I'm not terribly worried about it yet. I'm going to try to get this Wall of Roots down as early as possible. This is... Even though I have Sylvan and Arena and Fauna Shaman, so I have 3 sources of card advantage here, and I have ramp. My biggest worry is making sure I get ramp down, because if I can get ahead of Keranos, I can get to the point where I can resolve like Sylvan Library and Fauna Shaman in a turn, and they can only have 1 counter spell open, short of Force of Will. So that's the situation I'm going to try to work towards. As Nate's old adage, you develop your mana before you develop your card draw. They're going to ponder off turn 1. Alright. Good chance that my Wall of Roots will resolve. No shuffle. Alright. I don't fetch yet. I want to see what I draw, because ideally I would like one more land. Now Keranos is also the deck that's going to be playing Blood Moon. So I'm going to fetch out basics to guarantee that I don't lose to a Blood Moon. Wall of Roots down. This gives me a second green source. I'm short on the second black source. Of course, like a champ, I pick up Sakura Tri-Builder. So I'm going to play the Ghost Quarter and play Bob, see if it resolves. It does. So I assume Sakura Tri-Builder's safe, and it is. Blue, and no counterspell. I mean, Dark Confidant is so incredibly dangerous. So I'm definitely going to develop my black source here. I still have Wall of Roots generating green for me. I will want to find another green soon. Alright, Electrolyze. This seems stupid. They should have just sent one at my face. They know I'm going to sack this on my turn anyway, but I guess their worry is that I have 4 mana without sacrificing Sakura Tri-Builder, so I could play Meren and then sacrifice it for experience and get it back. So maybe it's correct to not take the 1 damage on my face here. I care more about getting my draw engine down, because there's very little that they can do to interact with enchantments not playing white or green. So, oh, I do deploy Meren here. Oh, and because Meren resolves, I then get to play Sylvan Library. I played Meren to play around Days, because honestly, Meren's going to be better for me long term than Sylvan Library, in my opinion. It's going to develop. Let me pop that graveyard out so that doesn't keep happening. And I can keep clicking. They go with Volcanic Island, and they've searched out basics as well. So this tells me that they're definitely playing Blood Moon, and I was right to play around it. Bounce Meren, fine by me. I get a Primeval Titan. God, that's brutal. Alright, so I get to play Mana Confluence, play Arbor Elf for free, or for pseudo-free, play Primetime, and I get Cavernous Souls because it forces them to answer, and Wasteland to try to keep them off mana. So if they tap out for Keranos and just bounce Primetime, I'm in a fantastic position. So they're going to Jace, play a Wasteland, and they have a pretty good play, I gotta admit. Treachery Primetime, and then untap lands and kill my Cavern. Alright, but that does take them off one of their mana, so they wasted their land drop this turn. I'm already ahead in the mana race, so I'm going to destroy their Volcanic Island this turn for sure. I believe, I take the full Monty here, and I get Merciless Executioner off the top. Couldn't ask for a better time to get that. I'm going to waste first, see if they spend their mana, pass, clear out their mana pool. They Mystical Tutor. Let's see, what are you going to Mystical Tutor for? Counterspell. Okay. You have a Counterspell. I'll remember that. I'm going to play Meren down, and all of this is bait at this point. They cycle Forgotten Cave, and in response, they get to turn my Ghost Quarter into Strip Mine. Because they've Mystical Tutored for this Counterspell, if I get to destroy their island, they'll flip mana in response naturally. But if they search in response to get their land replaced, this Forgotten Cave, they don't get to draw this Counterspell, and meaning they cast Mystical Tutor for nothing. So, absolutely crazy that they would do this when I have an untapped Ghost Quarter. Alright, so I'm going to float, I'm going to use Arbor Elf now. I know I'm going to be using it this turn, so I just want to get it moving. Because this is an ability that can be responded to. It's just good practice. I get to let Meren get countered. Alright, that's fine. It's not the spell I wanted to resolve this turn. We're okay. Play Merciless Executioner. And I gotta assume that they made this play because they assumed they have Primeval Titan to be able to restock their lands. But I've crippled their mana, and now I crippled their one way of getting more. Oh. I would feel so bad for my opponent if I cared that much. But Meren is doing exactly what Meren wants to do. Now I have Primetime stocked in my yard for later. Get an IOK off the top. I think I put them both back. I'm worried about burn, and this, and life total tends to matter. So I go for IOK. They cast a negate on it. I slam an Arena, risky at 9, but this is a less life-intensive form of card draw. Also, you'll see a very cool interaction. I'll stop in my next draw step. I get a Fauna Shaman, because I need Fauna Shaman to live here. As long as Fauna Shaman lives, I'm in fantastic shape. So I'm going to attack Jace down, so that way if they want to kill, delay Fauna Shaman, they have to cash in Jace for it. Because Fauna Shaman is going to keep me from dying to my own abilities. Tap land off the top, and they're going to not deal with Fauna Shaman. Alright, so this is the really cool interaction between Phyrexian Arena and Sylvan Library. So you'll see I've drawn Vernon Catacombs off the Arena, Vernon Catacombs off the Arena, Forest for turn. I will use Sylvan Library, yes. Now because Sylvan Library reads, if you do choose 2 of the cards in your hand drawn this turn, not from your draw step and Sylvan Library's ability. So you get to select the card with Phyrexian Arena. So if you're playing in paper and you have multiple draw effects like in your upkeep and a Sylvan Library in play, you need to set all of the cards you've drawn aside and make sure that you're going from those cards, not don't put your Phyrexian Arena card into your hand, because then you can no longer select it with Sylvan Library as far as the rules are concerned. Because now it's part of your hand and there's no way to correctly identify which card you've drawn, and you can't put that card back. So if I was playing in paper and I picked up Vernon Catacombs and added it to the other 3 I'm holding, I can no longer select Vernon Catacombs as one of the 4 cards that I've drawn this turn. So just a sort of paper rules keeping. On Moto, The coding actually makes it really easy, but on paper you want to make sure all of your cards that you draw when you have a Sylvan Library in play are set off to the side, so that way you can put back any of them. So I keep the Catacombs because even though it costs me a life, it means I get to fetch away some of those cards. I don't need Rex Age, and I definitely don't need another land. I'm well ahead in the mana race here. I attack with Fauna Shaman here. I guess I feel safe enough. Oh no, I have a Green Sun Zenith. I think, yeah, Green Sun here. So I Green Sun for 3. What did I get? Oh, Prowling Serpapord. Alright, I know I get this because this forces my opponent to answer this, and it guarantees that my next spell with Fauna Shaman, it will resolve if they can't answer their Serpapord. I'm probably butchering Serpapord. I think that's correct. Leopard. Serpent. Serpopard. I don't know. Alright, and I'm fully expecting to tap out for Keranos, and they do. Perfect. Alright, so I see Woodland Cemetery, Blooming Marsh. I definitely don't want the Blooming Marsh. I think I keep Woodland Cemetery. Yeah, Utopia Sprawl actually nets mana because Arbor Elf, and Woodland Cemetery is an untapped land. So I enchant the untapped forest. I choose black. I make mana, and here comes the Fauna Shaman play that I've been setting up with this the Prowling play. Get the Thrag Tusk that has been added to the deck. Can't be countered. Pick up more life, and now I feel like I'm in decent shape. I'm going to equip this because I have to assume that if my opponent hits a non-land spell, they have to kill this, because otherwise they can't stop Meren. So I'm assuming they have to kill my Cat Snake, and they go after Thragtusk instead, interestingly. Give me a beast. You do know I'm playing a Meren deck, right, opponent? 5 mana Starstorm. Alright, that's pretty good. So they kill... Is that what they revealed? Yeah. Okay, that's where they went after the Thragtusk. I didn't remember off the top of my head. This game was not just yesterday. So they kill the beast, or the Thragtusk, so that way I get the beast, and that way I don't have a creature after Starstorm, which makes a lot more sense. But I already have Thragtusk going. And I get to draw 2. And those are 2 new cards because I used Fauna Shaman to search. Get a Boreal Druid, and what is that spell? Overmaster. Next time is can't be countered. Alright, so I guess that's for the control matchups. Here, my opponent just chooses to cycle it. I got Crop Rotation, Innocent Blood. I don't think I need those. I'm going to keep the Flesh Bag, though, because it's very relevant, especially if they gain Devotion. Get Sakura down. I think I cast Meren here. Oh, no. I Crop Rotate into... So my opponent has 4 cards in hand, and I have Mind Slicer. So finding the Crop Rotation was exactly what I wanted here. Get Mind Slicer down. I think I play Boreal Druid. That was probably a mistake. I should have equipped Mind Slicer with Skull Clamp. But I think I cared about having mana and play more than having 2 extra cards. So they reveal Flusterstorm. They deal 3 to my face. In response to that, I'm going to slice their hand away. I lose a Flesh Bag, they lose nothing. Or they're going to Cerebral Vortex me. I draw 2 and take 2 damage. So maybe it's good that I didn't have Skull Clamp. Although I would have stacked it underneath the Mind Slicer like a good player. So I lose Chains of Mephistopheles. Alright, no big deal. I have mana, and I decided to not use Sakura Tribolter because I actually want the effect here. I find Contamination, and that is all she's going to write. So I'm going to Nature's Claim. I play Meren. I believe I Nature's Claim my own Sylvan Library here for life, so I don't die to Keranos. Oh no, I go after the Arena. Sylvan Library is optional life lost. Arena is mandatory life loss, so I kill the Arena. The chance of it being effective against my opponent is very low. I draw 2. I fetch. I probably shouldn't have because that Contamination was on top, and that probably would win for me. I think I'm trying to build up experience though. I find Demonic Tutor, so that's pretty darn good. I get back Thragtusk to my hand because I absolutely need to be able to play it. They get a Drowned Temple. No big deal for me. And they flipped a Force of Will, so they got to dome me for another 3. So I would have lost if I didn't use that Nature's Claim there. I see Cabal Therapy. That's the only spell I care about. I know they have Force. I know they're saving Force for Thragtusk. Cabal Therapy says, name target Force of Will out of my opponent's hand. Therapy them. I name Force of Will. They reveal their hand and discard their Force. And now I have another sack outlet. Oh, really? Bug right here. Alright. I don't know. Yeah, it's not going to let me through. It's alright. So, this is basically the end of the game here. So I name Force of Will. And they lose the Force. I get to slam Thragtusk. And then I think I Demonic Tutor. 2, 3, 4, 5. I use Phyrexian Tower on Thragtusk to go up to 3 experience. I Demonic Tutor for... I use the mana to Demonic Tutor. I have 2 open. I think I get... I don't remember what I get here. My apologies. I got myself to 5 experience this turn, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thragtusk, 2 Demonic Tutor, 2 open. I can Skull Clamp that. Maybe I didn't get to 5 this turn. Maybe it was next turn. That's what it was, yeah. Alright, so I Demonic Tutor for Contamination. Because Contamination is going to be the way that I guarantee that I win. And Thragtusk fueling the Contamination gives me a Stream of Beasts and life to work with. I don't care about not having green mana anymore at that point. So I DT for Contamination and Slam Thragtusk this turn. Next, I think I bring back something. Probably Steve. Or probably... No, I bring back the Prowling Serpaperd as because it's the highest damage that I could bring back that turn. Next turn, I Slam Contamination and the game ends. Oh no, I have Cabal Therapy. I don't need to do that. I can get... I think that's the line that I did take, but I could have flashback Cabal Therapy. Played this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use Phyrexian Tower. Go to 3 experience. Clamp. Caterpillar. Go to 4 experience. And then Cabal Therapy. My opponent... sacrificing the Thragtusk, go to 5 experience and bring it back, even though they would have had no cards. So I could have done that as well and put myself to 14 this turn. I did take the Contamination line. All right. Sorry about that. I didn't. It played earlier, and it didn't have a bug. That's frustrating, but oh well. I thought it was a really cool game. I got really close on life against a red-blue burn deck, and Meren can still pull it out every now and then. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my content to anyone you think might enjoy it. If you want to support the channel, you can find the Patreon link in the description down below. If you just want to throw something in the hat, you're able to set it as a one-time donation to the Patreon as well. And if you want to engage with me on Twitter or on Reddit, so my Reddit is the same as my username for the channel, Keepflyin, and Twitter, the link is in the description down below. It's at UntapledLandPass. Fair warning, Twitter's all shitposting. It's a lot of magic and a lot of everything else. So hope to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments below what misplays that I made, how I can get better if I didn't talk about the misplay itself, and what you want to see next. All right, have a great one, guys. See you in the next one.